What's going on, you guys? It's me, Gage, here with my wonderful mother, Karen. And today we're going to be doing a mother-son tag. If you don't know what a tag is, it's basically just a series of questions that we're going to ask each other. There's thousands upon thousands of these kind of things out on YouTube. So we're going to just add on to that growing list. What do you think about it?
I'm a little nervous.
As you should be.
I haven't seen the questions yet, so I'm a little nervous.
Okay, well, we're going to start off with me asking her questions. Okay, first question. What is one habit of mine you don't like?
Oh, that's easy. I don't like that you don't throw stuff away after you're done drinking. Like if you have a drink, you leave it on the counter.
And she doesn't mean like drinking.
Mine like a soda.
Like a soda. So, yeah, I can't really argue that because I do have a tendency to leave 3/4 of the way drunk drinks, laying around quite a bit. So I'll give you that one.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Well, gee, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. That was easy.
Question number 2. Where do you see me in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see you owning your own home.
Okay.
And I see you running a very successful out-of-your-house business.
You think so?
I do. Or a country singer.
That's not going to happen. So, yeah, my voice is definitely not good enough for that. I'm about at the level where if I'm singing in the car, you might go, okay, I can tolerate that. But yeah, so you think I will be successful?
I do.
Okay.
I do, very much.
So by age 30, I have to be a trillionaire.
Okay, let's go for that. What's next?
Question number 3. What moment were you the most proud of me?
Oh,
I know there's just so many.
There are.
I'm a pretty neat dude.
I don't know, this one, it just came to my mind. We were going into the mall, and there was a woman, an older woman, not super close to us, but she was coming into the door, and you held the door open for me.
How old was I at this point?
Probably 8. And you held the door open, and you stood there and waited for this woman who was walking like a snail to go through the door. And I wanted to yell at you like, come on, let's hurry. But then when I looked and saw what you were doing, I was touched. And then she walked through the first set, and then you opened the second set, and I was standing out inside. And she goes, you know what? She goes, that is a nice young man. And that made me feel good. I was very proud of you. Because you were 8.
Yeah, that's not something that you see a lot of 8-year-olds do, I guess.
No, it was nice.
Now, was part of you like, yes, I raised him so well. Like,
it was all about me.
Like, pat on the back for me.
Yeah.
But that does bring up the dilemma that you face every day, where there is a critical distance that a person can be from a door to where you should hold it open for them. I know that everyone has been in a situation where you're holding a door open for someone and they're just too far away and they do that little jog that's not really a jog, but it gives the illusion that they're moving faster. And you just make them feel worse because you're like, oh man, now I have to hurry through this door.
It does keep me up at night.
It does.
It is.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Describe your child in 3 words. That child being me.
Okay. Funny, smart, and handsome.
You have to say that.
You don't have to say that.
She is.
But I am biased. I am your mother.
She is very blunt though when it comes to like telling me things. That like if we're good at something or not. Like if like say I wanted to become like a singer and like I'm gonna go on American Idol, she would be like, you might want to not do that.
I just think that you should be honest with your kids.
Yeah, I agree. And
that way when I give a compliment, you know it's a compliment.
Exactly. And I do appreciate that. So let's move on to question number 5. What is the funniest moment you've had with me?
Oh my goodness. The funniest moment with you. Wow. You know what? There's like a lot. I don't know if there's a moment.
I'm a pretty fun guy.
You are. There was one time we were at a baseball game and it was just you and I.
Was it my baseball game or
No.
it was like a professional?
Yeah, it was like the Dodger game in California. And we had nosebleed seats. I mean, nosebleed seats.
Okay.
And we were there kind of early, so we wanted to go down and, see if we could get a ball or whatever. So we walked down there, and there were seats that were right there by third base. The section was completely open. So we sat there, and you were like, we can't sit here.
I was probably freaking out. I'm a total goody two-shoes, by the way, if you don't know.
And you were young.
Yeah, and
you were young, like probably 6, 7.
Even still, I'm terrified of breaking the rules. Terrified of trouble.
So I'm like, Gage, it's fine. If someone comes for their seats, we'll move. So this couple come, they like sit right in front of us, and you go, I am so sorry, my mother's making me sit here, and these are not our seats.
I told on us?
And the guy just looked at me like I was this crumb of a person, and I'm like...
You're mortified?
I'm just like, I guess we'll go back up to our seats now, Gage, thank you.
So that was an accidentally funny moment.
That was an accidental funny moment.
Not so much something I said.
But it was funny. You do...
Looking back on it, I'm sure in the moment you hated me.
I was just like, oh my God.
I tattled on you, wow.
You did.
What a little snitch. Question number 6. Do you ever wish your children would marry according to your choice?
Oh, easy. Yep. Arranged marriages, 100%, I believe in them.
Yeah, and she's been very vocal of that our entire life. Even before I was old enough to start dating, she always said, I'm going to be the one picking your wife, so don't even worry about it.
That's right.
You say this, but you never have any prospects for me.
I know. I need to get on that.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I mean, you would have never picked the girl in my last relationship, right?
No. Even the first time I met her, I wouldn't have picked her for you.
Okay, well, maybe I should have listened. So, number 7. What is your child's biggest talent? Or quality. Either one's fine. It's like the same.
I think your sense of humor, your quick wit, I think that's probably your number one.
I think if I had to pick, I would probably say that for myself too. As self-serving as it sounds, I like to think I'm a pretty funny guy.
You're funny without trying to be funny. Like you're not the class
clown.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the important part. I feel like, because there's a ton of people that try to be funny and it just doesn't come off. And I'm sure sometimes I come off.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Because sometimes I pretend to be much more cocky than I am, and sometimes people don't get that I'm joking, and they're like, "Man, this kid just thinks he's hot."
But you're just teasing.
Yeah, but I'm always joking. And final question from Mom, am I spoiled?
Yes. I do believe you're spoiled.
Okay, let me counter-argue. So, when I think of the word spoiled, I kind of think of spoiled brat.
Oh,
and
no.
I will say that I did growing up, and even now, I pretty much get what I ask for. I don't ever ask for anything crazy, though. I think that's also a part of it.
Right.
And they've always given me stuff, but I've always been very grateful and appreciative and express just how grateful and appreciative I am whenever I do get something I want. So you're meaning it in a way that's like not spoiled brat?
Not a brat. I think you're very appreciative of what you get.
Okay.
But I do think that you have pretty much
got
what you wanted. And
yeah, I'll take that. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
I'd probably change that if I were to go back.
I'm glad you didn't.
My turn to ask questions.
What is that?
That's me stretching out and getting ready to ask the questions. Number 1. What do you like doing with your mom?
What do I like doing with you? See, we don't really have like an activity that's like, oh, that's their thing.
Oh, we should do that. We don't have a thing.
No, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think...
Great. This is going to make me feel bad.
No, believe it or not, I actually like my parents and I like spending time with them. As much as...
Believe it or not.
I've met so many kids that don't want to go home from college because they don't like their parents. And that shocks the heck out of me.
Me too.
Because I really like spending time. Like, they're my parents first, obviously, but I also think they're friends of mine. And you obviously know when to be a parent and when to be a friend. But...
Well, because the older you get...
Right.
Your relationship changes.
And mentally, we're on a more similar level. And now I've surpassed you, obviously.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
So, I wouldn't say that there's like one thing, but just kind of like hanging out when we're all in a good mood.
Chit-chatting.
Chit-chatting. Yeah.
Number 2. How was your childhood growing up under my care?
So, I'm 20 years old right now. Turning 21 next month. And so my childhood is pretty much over, I guess, in the typical sense. Mentally, I am nowhere near done. My childhood growing up was fantastic. There's really nothing in my past that I regret or I ever had to deal with that was difficult. The most difficult thing I can think of is when I was 8, we moved from Southern California to northeastern Ohio. And I hated that, obviously, because I had to leave all my friends.
And you had to not wear flip-flops to school.
Yeah, and I had to wear actual shoes, and I hated socks at the time. But that ended up being I think, for the best, because I really like my life here in Ohio. And I'm sure I would have in California too, but I feel like I made a lot of quality friends here that I obviously would have missed out on if I had stayed in California. So I had a great childhood. I got what I wanted. I was raised well. Overall, it was just good.
Okay, oh, what habit do you not like of mine?
I hate how obsessively compulsive you are.
What?
You know you are.
I am not obsessive compulsive.
She's never been diagnosed with OCD, but she has tendencies. The biggest one being, I'll be cleaning, and don't give me that look, it happens sometimes. I'll be cleaning and I'll be like, okay, I'm done. And then she walks in and just gives you that deadpan look, like, are you serious? This is clean? You didn't dust this corner behind the desk. And
you have to pick stuff up when you dust. You can't just
it's never good enough for you. It's just never good enough for you, and that's my number one pet peeve that I have of you.
Well, boys don't know how to clean.
Okay, that's it.
You have to pick stuff up and dust under it.
Perpetuating gender roles.
Number 4. Describe your mom in 3 words.
Getting pretty old.
You're a jerk.
Am I wrong? No, but
Oh, I'm sitting here going, pretty, that's nice. I'm like, oh.
In all seriousness, though, I'll go caring, motivated. She works a lot to put me through college, and selfless for the same reason as the second one. Like, you always make sure to put my needs above your own. You and Dad both do that pretty much, and it's a quality I really admire and appreciate, because I am the most important person in the world.
Okay, moving on to number 5. What is the one thing I always tell you over and over again?
Clean your room.
Clean your room.
Yep. So I'm at a point in my life now where I spend about half of my year away at school and half at home. When I'm at school, I don't get berated as much, but even on the phone, she just knows that my room at school isn't clean, and she'll FaceTime me to make sure that I actually have cleaned my room. I thought that I got away, but nope, I definitely did not. And then the other half of the year I'm home, she can do it in person, and
Clean your room.
she's terrifying. So, I mean, look at her face.
I'm terrifying. Terrifying. Okay, I'm not liking these questions now. Number 6. Is there anything you've learned from me that you'll tell your kids?
Ooh, deep.
Wow.
So, it's hard because I feel like most of what, like, my morals and, like, ideologies are come from both you and Dad.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm having a hard time pinpointing, like, one thing that I would teach my children that you taught me. The first one that's popping into my head, though, out of the many, is to just be kind to other people, and kindness goes a long way. Obviously, we've all had experiences where kindness has led to something not so great happening, but just as many times, kindness leads to better things. And there are so many jerks out in the world. I just want my children to know that there has to be that good to counterbalance the bad in the world. And I think that's like the number one thing I want to instill in them.
Because, you know what? You can be the best at something, but there's always someone better.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be a kind person, and, you know, then it's okay.
Well, unless you're me, of course.
Of course. Okay, number 7. Would you want another brother or sister?
At this point in my life, God, no.
God, no?
God, no. I'm 20 years old. A kid, if you had a kid now, that 20-year age gap, there's a 10-year age gap between my sister and I. She's 10 years older, and that is even pretty extreme. But 20 years...
It's traumatizing.
And Tawny would be 30 years older than this kid.
That's weird.
If I was like 5 or 6, I think I would have loved another brother.
All right, last question.
Got it.
What do you love about your mom?
Whew. Okay.
Who?
Carry the 2.
Oh my God, you have to think this hard?
No, I
Come
don't.
on.
I'm trying to like pinpoint one thing. I guess that you spent your entire life while I've been alive making sure that I was happy above yourself. You and Dad both really put me above yourselves, and I really do appreciate that. You would do absolutely anything for me. And you've
I would. I love you. And I put lipstick on you.
Thank you. So that was the last question?
That was the last question.
Last question. Throw the notes up in the air.
Oh yeah, okay. Except for it's my computer.
Maybe don't throw a $1,500 computer in the air. So anyway, guys, that was the mother-son tag. I hope you all enjoyed.
I enjoyed that.
Good. I enjoyed it as well. So make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, challenges, other tags, let us know in the comments. We want to know what you guys want to see. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from us, and they will be coming soon. We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.